So, Smeargle is a Pokemon that I probably will never actually use in the games. It's too much of a hassle for me to get the moves that I would actually want on it. Luckily, I don't normally battle against other people in the actual games. I use Pokemon Showdown because my favorite part of competitive battling is building out the team with interesting ideas, and I think raising a full team of Pokemon just to do a dumb strategy that I thought of would be boring and too much work for something that may or may not actually work. Also, keep in mind that I'm not anywhere near an actual competitive player, so these aren't real competitive tips. I just like thinking about them. With that in mind, let's get to it. I first started using Smeargle for two reasons. One, it's just kinda cool. It's a dog, it's got a beret, it's got a paintbrush tail. That's just a cool Pokemon concept. The other reason is that it can learn every move. Well, most of them. Not exclusive moves and stuff. I'll put the Bulbapedia page on the screen if you're interested. But with that wide variety of moves, it can't be bad, right? Right? Oh, that's why it's in PU. So yeah, it's no secret, Smeargle's stats are pretty garbage and really not fit for any kind of serious offensive build. Like 20 attack and 20 special attack is literally worse than Sunkern. But, okay, I'm sure there's something else we can do to work that out. Obviously there is, or I wouldn't be making this video. But enough chit-chat, let's get to the moment you're actually here for. Here's my build for Smeargle. It is a setup build for entry hazards because of the aforementioned abysmal stats. There are a couple ways to do it, but here's my favorite. First and foremost, the moves. You're gonna want to give it Spikes or Stealth Rock. I don't normally like it giving it both, but that's really just me. By all means, give it both if you want. Then you want to give it Toxic Spikes. It's really good for setting up Poison-type special attackers with Venom Shock. Like, I like using Toxapex a lot. But if you don't have any Poison-type special attackers, it's just a free Poison or Toxic on switch-in depending on how many you put down. That's not bad. When you start the team preview, look to see if they have a Poison type on their team. Then you'll know whether to lean hard into Spike/Stealth Rock or Toxic Spikes. Because if you do Toxic Spikes and they switch in a Poison Pokemon, it goes away. So that would be a waste of setup turns. Next, you're going to want a Dragon Tail or Haze, depending on what you want. Dragon Tail is for if your Smeargle is to set down all of its hazards and you want to spread around some of that damage. Haze is the most recent addition to this moveset because I noticed some Pokemon just use Smeargle as setup fodder, where they'll just throw off like 4 Swords Dance, because what's Smeargle gonna do about it? It's a Smeargle. And Dragon Tail can help with that too, but like, Haze is funnier in a way, because you can just feel as all of the momentum that your opponent really felt like this is going to be a simple game and I'm an idiot, and you just haze that possibility away, and it makes me laugh. Last but not least, pretty much the crux of this moveset and the only reason it works, Spore. Spore is naturally learned by 7 Pokemon, and unsurprisingly, they're all mushroom based. But Smeargle doesn't need to learn it by level up. It has Sketch. It can learn pretty much whatever. Slap that 100% accurate sleep move on it, you're set. But at this point you may be asking, but what if your opponent outspeeds you and it dies? Well, foolish samurai. Nice try, but I've thought of that one. Focus Sash is your item. With a Focus Sash, you'll always be left with 1 hit point in the instance that you would be brought down to 0 from maximum health. With this, you can get off a Spore and then set up for at least 1 turn. Now, this strategy has its weaknesses. It is a jury-rigged strategy that I pushed together on a Smeargle just to be like, Smeargle has to be able to be good. You can make Smeargle good, right? It can know so many moves, you have to make it good. But that doesn't mean it's without faults. Probably because of that, I didn't look at any resources. I still haven't. And there are a lot of Pokemon where Spore just won't work, and those Pokemon are fully hard counters to this strategy. This category includes Pokemon with the ability Overcoat, Pokemon holding the safety goggles, Komala, because it's comatose, Pokemon with the abilities Vital Spirit and Insomnia, because they also just ignore sleep, Pokemon with Electric Terrain down, because Electric Terrain just makes any grounded Pokemon not be able to go to sleep, and, probably worst of all, the entire Grass type is immune to Spore. So, as you can see, it's not a perfect strategy at all, but it's fun. And even though actual setup Pokemon like Fortress are probably just better at this, it's still really fun to succeed using a suboptimal Pokemon. I made a Lanoon that successfully won a couple of battles for me, and I know that wouldn't fly on like a competitive stage, but it was fun to jury-rig a Lanoon. I might start doing this as a series. It was pretty fun to script out. Don't forget to distrust authority. I'll see y'all later. Peace.